Hello. So a few weeks ago I was typing some commands and messing around with the attributes, and one of them in particular caught my eye. What would happen if we set the player's gravity to 0? Well, a bunch of interesting things. We can't jump anymore, we can't go down, and a few other inconveniences. But on the flip side, we can kinda just fly around. Anyway, I don't think it's gonna be a particularly hard challenge, but I thought it would be fun to try. So without further ado, let's get going. But first, this video is sponsored by me. It's me. I started getting into live streaming recently, and after a few test streams on YouTube, I decided to create a Twitch account. I have a bunch of stream ideas like Minecraft speedrunning, Genshin Impact, Deltarune, Genshin Impact, maybe some Tetris, and probably some Genshin Impact. I still don't know exactly which days I'm going to stream, but the time should consistently be around midnight 30 French time. If you want to know what that is in your time zone, you can just type it on Google. That works pretty well. So if you're interested in watching that, I will leave the link to my Twitch channel in the video description, and also in the About section of my channel. Anyway, enough advertising for now, let's get back to the challenge. We spawn in a birch forest, and the first thing we need to do is to get some wood. Why is it taking so long? Well, since we're not affected by gravity, the game thinks we're flying, so we get the same digging speed as if we were underwater, which makes getting blocks a little bit obnoxious. Lord. Anyway, after getting our wood, we're gonna need to find cobblestone, and that's where we get into the first problem. Since we can't go down, we're pretty much stuck at this height for now, so we're gonna have to find some stone on the surface. Thankfully though, we pretty quickly find that. Oh, would you look at that? There is stone here. Oh, and there's also a bunch of sheep. Hold on, that's actually really good. I just have an idea. Oh, I have an idea. Okay. Okay, that's not good. Okay, we can get cobblestone from over there. Alright. Oh, I'm doing critical hits all the time because I'm flying. Okay, I really need to find a way to get this block. Let me get some wood first, so I have some construction blocks. I think I know what to do. Let's go! We can make a bed now. Alright, now we need to get some iron, but first there's a problem we have to get rid of eventually. Being able to fly around is cool, but being stuck at a specific height is not. If we want to get to the stronghold, for example, we're gonna need to go down, so we're gonna need to find a solution eventually. And thankfully, there's a little item that can help us with that. The boat. You're not escaping it. By placing a boat on a block at a higher height, we can enter the boat, leave it, and move up one block this way. And the same thing goes for going down. We place the boat, enter it, leave it, and boom, you're good to go. Anyway, now that we have a way to change our height, it's time to get some iron. So we start looking around for an iron vein. Oh, okay. Let's boat our way down. Alright. And boom. And now we can make another tool that will also help us with changing height, the bucket. When you're inside a water current, the game doesn't really care about gravity, so you're free to go up and down the water current as much as you want. However, you have to be careful because as soon as you leave the water, you keep the momentum for a while, which can lead to some goofy moments. Let's go. Oh, no, my water! My water! Oh, come on. Okay, that is huge though, but how long am I gonna fly? Oh, I could have gotten myself into a lot of trouble here. I have to be careful. Water is powerful, but with power comes responsibility. I suppose we can go down by sneaking. Alright, water is gonna be our best friend. Oh, we can use water to dig faster! We can use water to dig faster. I never thought I would say that. Anyway, after getting some basic equipment, it's time to head over to the Nether. So I started looking around for a lava lake, and ended up finding something even better. Oh. Wait, this one is good. Wait, it's almost perfect. Hold on, I literally just need one obsidian. What? Hold on, this is crazy. Hold on. Wait. No, that's actually insane. What the hell? That's insanely lucky. Alright, now that we have the portal, we cut some wood with the water trick, cook the food we got from the sheeps, and we make a small emergency chest just in case something goes wrong in the Nether. But we're probably not gonna need it, we're gamers, we don't die. And now that everything's ready, let's head over to the Nether. First, we're gonna look for a fortress, and being able to fly around for that was very convenient. But I also finally realized that I forgot about something since the beginning of the run. Is my render distance? Oh my god, my render distance is at 6, I didn't notice. Ah, that's a lot better. Oh, I need to be careful to not run into that. Anyway, after that we try to locate the fortress, and after a bit more flying around, we find it. Oh, fortress. How am I gonna go back down though? So after slowly going down block by block with my boats, we enter the fortress. Now it's time to find the blaze spawner, and it is not going to take a lot of time. Is that the spawner? Oh my god, I'm so lucky. Okay, now it's time to fight the blazes, and while being able to fly around was cool when we were looking for the fortress, I cannot say the same thing for fighting the blazes. Not being able to freely and easily change height is particularly annoying for enclosed spawners, and the inertia from aerial movement makes dodging very clunky. Because of that, I decided to dig a little tunnel to the side and safely attack the blazes from behind the bars. And it worked for the first few blazes, but then I quickly got into a situation where all of them were out of reach and refused to move. So we'll have to fight them the normal way. And it didn't turn out very well. Oh god. I'm dead. Oh my fucking god. Good thing I had this freaking golden apple. Yeah. Anyway, we quickly grabbed the emergency equipment we left in the chest and rushed back straight to the fortress. And after safely getting back to our equipment, we quickly grab what's on the ground before the blazes spawn, and unfortunately we lost our food on the way. So we make a tunnel to safely escape the blaze spawner, and since we still have our flint and steel, we look around for some hoglins to burn. And unlike the blazes, fighting these big boys while floating in the air was very convenient. So we stack up on some pork chops, my pork chops. And since I didn't want to fight 5 blazes at the same time anymore, I decided to look for stray blazes instead of going back to the spawner. So we get into a way too long fight against 2 blazes and a wither skeleton. I don't like that. Gonna make a little bridge. And boop. Alright, that's taken care of. That's one. Now we got our last rod. Huge. And now that we got all of our blaze rods, we go back to our portal. And that's when I finally realized something that could have helped me a lot since the beginning. Actually, there's something I could have done for so long, but I never thought of it, but I can just do that. Like, I could have done that so much earlier. Anyway, we put our blaze rods to safety in the chest and immediately go back to the Nether, because now we're going to look for a bastion. So after a bit of flying around and restocking on food on the way, we find the bastion. Oh, it's the good one. So now we peacefully dig the gold on the surface. Bro. Get out of here. Then we start exploring the rest of the bastion, and after fighting suspicious terrain generation... Why is there a staircase? I didn't build that. That looks so player built. We start trading our gold to the piglins. Now, because there was only 3 of them, it did take a while, but with their loot, we managed to get some leather armor, craft a bow, kill another guest that was being annoying, and after trading all of our gold, we managed to get 11 pearls. Unfortunately, that's not quite enough to guarantee being able to fill up the end portal, but since the end portal has about a 70% chance of having at least one eye in the portal frames, and that stronghold chests have a decent chance to have some ender pearls in them, I decided to go for it anyway and return to the overworld with only 11 pearls. So now we locate the stronghold, fly to the location, and we start digging down. Huh. God damn, this thing was low. Anyway, now we can start exploring the stronghold. And after finding the emptiest stronghold chest in history... Wow, what a scam. We managed to find the portal room. Hey. Alright, moment of truth. Of course. Of course it's a 0 eye. Very cool. Alright, we need to find chests. Oh. God damn it! Oh my god, what? Nah. Oh my... Skeleton room? Oh, they're gonna follow me forever. But I have a boat! Haha! Anyway, after searching every single room of the stronghold, we unfortunately didn't find any pearl, so we had to go back outside to try to find an enderman. Enderman! Let me hit the enderman, please. Let's go! And bloop. Alright, back to the stronghold. Phew. Alright, now that the portal is filled up, we make a quick base with a little bed and some emergency equipment in a chest, and it's time to enter the end. We start by digging up to the main island, and here being able to fly was extremely convenient. Destroying the ant crystals have never been this easy before. Alright, who's the dragon now? Who's the dragon now? Alright, now let's bully you. And now that the crystals are gone, we can start shooting at the dragon. But we do a small mistake that had a lot more repercussions than I realized. Ouch. What, if he knocked me up, I'm actually stuck. Hold on, I might actually be stuck. Nah. Nah. I might actually be stuck. He knocked me up, but now I can't go down anymore. That's a bit concerning. I'm gonna remove my armor. I actually need to die. I need you to kill me. Wait, I can kill myself. Hold on. We could do some massive clutching here. I would like to find the starting spot. If I'm really freaking good at aiming, could get the bucket back in the spawn. I missed. Alright, whatever, I'll just throw everything. And now, it is time to leave this dimension. Okay, perfect. Now we can go back. Alright, I got part of the equipment here. Water buckets! Let's go! Alright, now that we got our equipment back, we can go back to dealing with the dragon. But since we can literally fly, I thought it would be kinda lame to just explode a few beds and calling it a day. So instead, I got it down to 1 HP with a few punches, and after grabbing an Underpearl to avoid getting stuck in the air again, I decided to try to go for a goofy kill. Yep. Alright, so the plan is, we're just gonna bait it here and get in a boat. And since it can't knock us up inside a boat, we're just gonna punch it and win. And boom! Oh, he had 2 HP left. My bad. Alright, let's just do it again. Bait it here. Yep. And boom! Let's go! Woohoo! Oh, let me try to get the XP on the... Alright. This was fun. And now it's time to win. Yup! Huh? Okay. Alright. And that's it. We managed to beat the game without gravity. Well, at least without our character being affected by gravity. If you're wondering what it does, I did try to make the mobs also not affected by gravity, but it didn't work very well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to check the video description for my Twitch channel if you want to follow me there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye! I have changed. Oh my god, are you kidding me?